Oh, wow.
Wow, Chris Eubank Jr. just broke the internet without throwing a single punch. That haunting image of him wrapped in heat sheets, with a towel covering his face and body, was more devastating than any knockout. It cut deeper than a hit. And now, the same voices that hyped up this fight are calling him soft. Let's be honest, this isn't weakness. This is the price of war.
Wait, can we stop with the fucking narrative of it's tough? It's tough. It's tough for everyone.
This is what sacrifice looks like when the cameras are still rolling. Yet, the world, and especially Eddie Hearn, are trying to make a drama out of a missed weigh-in, acting like it's the end of Eubank's career. But let's get real. Missing weight doesn't define a fighter. It's the will to fight, the desire to win. That matters. While Hearn's pushing the panic button, Eubank Jr. is already focusing on the bigger picture. He didn't get this far to be held back by one single moment. He's fought through worse and is still standing tall, while Conor Benn is searching for any excuse to distract from his own flaws. Ben might think throwing shade at Eubank gives him a chance, but it's
process. This 48 hours is very hard for Eubank. And then tomorrow night, it's going to be very hard for my man in there having a fight with a much bigger man.
Nothing more than a desperate move to cover his own insecurities. Eubank's still grinding. Hearn claims these 48 hours are a nightmare for Eubank. But we all know that Eubank thrives under pressure. Hearn can talk all he wants about how tough it'll be for Eubank to fight a bigger man, but Eubank doesn't crumble when the odds are against him. He rises to the occasion. Hearn's making a mountain out of a molehill, but Eubank's been climbing bigger mountains for years. Meanwhile, Ben is sitting in the shadows, hoping for a slip-up. But Eubank? He's looking past all the noise and ready to deliver when it matters most. As we approach the fight, Tony Bellew...
It's unfortunate that he's not made weight. It poses no advantage whatsoever, 0.5 of a pound. I just know how hard it is for him would have been to get that off. He can't. His body's gone into shutdown.
Offers a brutally honest take on Eubank's weight struggles, pointing out that missing weight by just 0.5 lbs doesn't give anyone an advantage. In Bellow's eyes, the real story is the agony Eubank must have endured trying to shed that final ounce. It's not about lack of effort, it's about a physical collapse. Bellew paints a harsh picture of a fighter whose body shut down completely, leaving no room for miracles. Eubank's effort wasn't the issue, it was the toll the weight cut took on him. Shalom, however, stands firmly in Eubank's corner, saying that when it comes to handling pressure and showcasing boxing skill,
who can handle the pressure and who's a better boxer, and that's Chris Eubank Jr. every day of the week, and I cannot wait to put this to bed on Saturday night.
Eubank is in a league of his own. There's no question, Eubank Jr. is the superior boxer, day in and day out. Shalom is excited for Saturday night, ready to silence all the critics and finally settle the debate. For him, this fight is more than just a payday. It's about proving Eubank's dominance, showing that his class, composure, and ability to handle adversity will leave no doubts about who the better man is. On the flip side, Dave Allen doesn't hold back when criticizing the weight and hydration clauses forced on Eubank. He completely disagrees with making a 35-year-old veteran dangerously cut weight and face strict daily weigh-ins. For Allen, it's not about missing weight.
I don't agree with the hydration clauses. I don't agree with I don't agree with bringing this fella down at 35 years of age and saying you must weigh this on the day after missing the weight.
By a fraction, it's about the damage done to a fighter's body for an unfair advantage. To him, this move has nothing to do with true boxing skill. It's about sabotaging a fighter before the bell even rings. Conor Benn, however, smells blood in the water and is unshaken by the chaos around the weigh-in. His confidence is clear. Fear or intimidation doesn't even register. Ben is calm, focused, and ready to prove a point when the bell rings. There's no hesitation, only hunger to dominate. He won't play into the mind games or theatrics. He's locked in and prepared to unleash hell. Ben's trainer, Tony Sims, is firmly behind his...
I'm supposed to look scared or intimidated or, I'm neither. And I'm just looking forward to Saturday night. We're here now.
Fighter, fully confident that Ben will show no fear and is well prepared for the challenge. Sims points out that Ben's weight-making strategy is nothing out of the ordinary. It's standard practice for 99% of fighters. Ben has successfully made the 160 lb limit in his last several fights, proving his ability to manage the weight. Sims is confident that Ben's preparation will carry him through, and he'll be ready to perform at his best, no matter the controversy surrounding the weight issue. Spencer Oliver also backs Ben's weight management, emphasizing that proper preparation is key to success in the ring. Meanwhile, Farron offers a candid analysis of the risks involved in making such a drastic jump from welterweight to middleweight. Historically,
there is what 99% of fighters do to make weight, and as I said, he's made it the last 4 or 5 fights, the 160 limit, so he knows what he has to do to make that weight.
Fighters who make that jump haven't always found success, and Farron cautions that the odds may be stacked against Ben. The adjustment to a higher weight class presents challenges like losing speed and endurance while facing stronger opponents, and Farron believes these factors could play a big role in how the fight unfolds. As the fight draws near, all eyes are on Conor Benn and his decision to take on Chris Eubank Jr. Despite the weight shift and the challenges, Ben is determined to prove himself. For more insights, breakdowns, and updates on this epic showdown, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
As when it's come to the jumping of weights between welterweights to middleweights, it's never really fared well. But it's fared well for a couple guys.